A lot of people want to know what is a land contract, and it's very much misunderstood. A land contract is really a contract between a seller and a buyer of the property where the seller holds title until the buyer lives up to certain obligations, makes this monthly payment. There's ordinarily a balloon payment between 3 to 5 years that is expected for that person to go refinance the property or sell it to somebody else, and that's really what a land contract is. And then a lot of people say, why do a land contract versus mortgages or landlording or even just flipping? A land contract is kind of the best of both worlds. You have less maintenance because you actually have somebody that intends on being a homeowner, which usually brings a more stable resident. There's also, unfortunately, or fortunately, there's quick forfeiture rules. If you have a mortgage on a property, it could take a long time. A forfeiture on a land contract is not much longer than just a regular eviction, if unfortunately that comes about. From the buyer standpoint, the advantages are they get interest deductions versus just paying rent, so they can get write-offs. As an investor, sometimes people don't care whether they get rental income or interest income. Income's income, but it means a lot to the resident in the property. They also can get equity built up in the property. Part of their payment does go towards the principal. And then there's this pride of ownership. They own the house, and as long as they live up to their obligations, they're not putting money in their landlord's pocket. I want to kind of go over mortgage securities versus a pool that we're kind of trying to put together. Fannie Mae paper is a liquid thing sold on the stock market, and you can ordinarily it's some percentage. Right now, I think it's roughly whatever the percentage is. It's pretty low, and you're usually paying pretty much face value. If you have $1 million in mortgages, you're probably going to pay $1 million. Sometimes you'll pay a little premium even. You might even pay more than what that mortgage is really worth. Now, pools, on the other hand, like what we're doing, are usually you get into them at a discounted price as to the face value. For instance, in our pool, we anticipate 8% on the land contracts. And again, with the down payments, the balance would be about $405,000. And you're buying that at $250,000. So you're almost getting double the interest at half of the price. And again, on the forfeiture standpoint, it's kind of important to look at. The eviction process, I know in my area, might take 60 days to actually get possession if somebody does forfeit or not make their payments and being evicted. A forfeiture usually takes about a month longer on the land contract. There's not significant difference between that and an eviction. Whereas a foreclosure could take up to 2 years. Ordinarily about 18 months, but with all the stuff going on now, moratoriums on forfeit, on stuff, and people can live in these houses forever, so they even get the thing performing again. It could take a long time.